Dude, if I'm being totally honest with you, my body was so bad that I had symptoms basically equivalent to chemotherapy.
If you've been living with chronic neck pain and tension headaches along your temples and nobody can tell you why, you're going to see the real reason why most doctors miss this and how Sal finally broke free. Sal came in December 2023. He had about a year and a half, daily headaches, brain fog, ear pain, jaw pain. Started with his TMJ, all 5 fingers were tingling and numb. He just woke up one day and he felt off. He tried chiropractic adjustments, specifically Atlas chiropractic adjustments, massages and stretches, but the tightness and aching always came back. Sound familiar?
How are you doing since the last treatment?
Got a little bit better.
For how long?
It's actually been staying.
Effective treatment should stay. If somebody has relief for 24 to 48 hours, that's not good enough for us. When you see an adhesion provider, you should expect relief to last more than 2 days.
Where's the worst spot today, Sal?
I was gonna say probably my neck and head area. Right over here is super tense, and up here as well.
In this visit, you're going to see that we treat the lesser occipital nerves and we give him relief that lasts for his temples.
Really good. That's beautiful, actually. What do you feel here?
I felt a little bit of like tension like in here. Kind of like, I don't know, just like uncomfort.
Pressure or pinching?
Pressure, I guess.
0 to 10.
Like a 3 or 4. Kind of like on both sides a little bit back here.
Right here.
Yeah.
Pulling, tightness, stretching.
Like a pulling, like 3.
What's really cool about this is that Adhesion Release Methods providers know when somebody has symptoms, let's say it's C7 in the back, which is right where Casey's pointing, they typically will have adhesions on the opposite side because the body works with synergists. There are muscles in the back and there are muscles in the front. They work together to move the head forward or back or just to stabilize the spine. So Sal pointed in the back, but he first pointed in the front. And so we have a double good finding that we need to treat both the front in that area of longus coli or the scalenes down here, and then also the joint capsules, the rotatories multifidus, erector spinae, spinal accessory nerve in the backside.
CF is at 73 degrees, 121% function. What do you feel here?
I felt pulling kind of in here.
Just the right side?
Mainly the right side. I would say like a 4 there and like a 2 on the left side. And I felt some pulling more so on the left, but on my neck too, on the sides. The left and the right, but like the left was higher, the right was lower.
0 to 10 the pull.
Like a 3, maybe a 4.
On both sides?
I would say 4 on the left, 3 on the right.
Notice how precise Sal is being pointing at his location of symptoms and Casey getting that exact area of where Sal is feeling symptoms. Typically with chiropractors, massage therapists, PTs, there's a lot of shotgunning approaches. If somebody has a symptom in an area, they're going to do an entire neck region or an entire shoulder region. Our theory with adhesion release methods, our working theory, is that there are dime-sized adhesions in those areas that need to be treated, and just those areas, not doing an entire area. It allows us to be more effective. It allows the patient to tolerate more doses of treatment in other areas, and allows us ultimately to get more lasting, more sustained permanent relief at higher percentages, 50, 75, 100%. It's pointing right to the lesser occipital nerve, so I'm hoping that it's stuck. It is. Is that shooting up?
A little bit, yeah. Feels a little bit painful.
We will typically ask the patient if we feel like we're on the exact spot that has the adhesion that's causing their symptoms, if it's reproducing their symptoms, and when it does, we know that when we treat that spot in 1 or 2 treatment passes, that spot is going to get significantly better. So the lesser occipital nerve comes out right where my finger is, and then goes up around this way like a horseshoe around his ear, and it's stuck right at the occipital ridge.
Yeah, I feel something there.
The C2 nerve root ultimately becomes the greater occipital nerve and the lesser occipital nerve. So just because the lesser occipital nerve is stuck doesn't mean we can treat the origin or the proximal location of where the lesser occipital nerve is stuck. So the fact that the C2 nerve root is stuck as well is a really good sign that we hit 2 really good spots, and we're going to clear out the symptom for Sal.
It does feel a little bit better, just overall. I still feel some tension, but it's less.
Percentage less.
Like 20, 25.
So C2 nerve root at anterior middle scalene is bad. That was moderate to severe. Lesser occipital nerve at temporalis.
I definitely feel a difference without a doubt. This whole
25.
area. Yeah, I would say probably the same as the other side.
And then we just keep working all the front of the neck stuff so he can hold his head up. Two passes, Keys. Two passes, Keys.
Dude, if I'm being totally honest with you, my body was so bad that I had symptoms basically equivalent to chemotherapy.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I'm just being
Like,
totally
in
honest
the,
with
like
you.
upper back or like just going down the whole thing?
Upper back, my body couldn't process food properly. Like,
Jeez.
yeah. I mean, dude, if I showed you the notebook, I had to write down all the symptoms I had, and I was going to the Atlas doctor because it was the Atlas bone that I originally had was the issue. And they were like looking at me like, dude. And I'm like, no, bro. I'm like,
Hold. What do you feel here?
I actually felt pulling on the left. That was my right elbow popping.
0 to 10.
Like a 5.
The fact that he still has medial scapular symptoms, I think he's at 4, now it's a 5. It's a little bit worse. So that tells us that that symptom is not a referral coming from a lower cervical disc, usually C6, C7, C7, T1. And so that just means he has local tissue there. So spinal accessory nerve, dorsal scapular nerve, joint capsules, rototors multifidus that we would have to clear out in a future visit. All the data always matters, and it just helps us know what we need to work on the next time we see him, so we keep unlayering the adhesions that he has in his body.
More here.
Yeah.
Point at the medial scapula between T4 and T6.
Little pulling in the back of the neck.
0 to 10.
Like a 3 to 4. I would say a 4.
Okay, come on up.
And then there was a little bit on this side that time.
On the right side.
Yeah.
0 to 10 here.
Like a 3.
3 and this is a 2? This is a 4.
4.
If you're stuck like Sal and you're tired of temporary fixes, go to www.findanadhesionprovider.com, reach out to your local provider, see if you qualify for permanent chronic neck pain and headache relief.